This is preview. Or is it live? I don't know. Let me see. This is kind of confusing. Hey, what is this? How is that thing turning on?
Most people would
Okay.
consider that they could put a long distance swim in between
Am I live?
a long bike ride and
I'm watching an
mountain
ad.
bike. The first time you hear that,
Let's see here. Oh, I'm live. I'm live, guys. Hey, let me see, boys. How does it look better? Like this or like that? What do you guys say? Yeah, my lights. They're so bright. I gotta wear these, you know? It's too bright. Luis Diaz says, "You're live." I'm live. Woo! I know I'm live, you know why? Because I can see myself in this. Yeah, look at that. Alright, guys. Good morning. It's actually night here in California. I'm actually getting ready to go to bed. But before I went to bed, I figured I'd go live and just check on with you guys, see how it's going. Today's video has been pretty crazy. I've been answering a lot of comments. Who knew? All I had to be was crazy. It's a little bit crazy to get people to just, join the conversation. Like, it seriously has got a ton of comments. And some, I've been laughing all day. It's some really, really funny stuff going on in the comments on today's video. If you haven't seen it, you gotta go and watch it because it's crazy. Like, literally crazy. I'm just saying crazy stuff. But yeah. So let's see. Who's with me today? 20 people watching. Hey, welcome everyone. Let's see. Wait, Darian? Darker background? Is that what you said? Darker background is better? Let's see. Clean this room. I'm working on this room. It's gotta have good lights. It's gotta have a nice little background. This is gonna be my video. I get busy. I get ready. Then I gotta buy all the stuff and then put it in the wall, and it takes a little bit. You always look cool. Thank you. Okay, what's going on? Video was interrupted. The streamer has stopped. Keep up the craziness. All right, you guys like the craziness. As it turns out, you guys like the craziness because you guys are commenting like crazy. What do you think about HUV motors? I think I'd like to play with them one day. I just haven't. I don't like the noise that they make, but I think I would be very, very forgiving if wait, did I try HUV motors? Oh, well, I actually have tried that HUV motor in that little tricycle thing that I tried at EV West. Yeah, no, I mean, HUV motors are good. I think my future. I see myself playing with those in the future because of the bikes. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna have an e-bike pretty soon, one of these days. Never trust a man with shades on the inside. Yeah, that's right. It's just, I'm saying, like, these lights are just too bright. I gotta tone it down. Actually, this is too bright. Let me turn this camera down a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, I'm showing all my secrets. Oh, no. What is this? Where is this other guy? No. That's the wrong button. Wrong button. Well, that's the only button that I can find. Oh, here we go. Nope. That's not the one. Nope. Oh, here we go. So I want to go minus, because in this screen here, oh geez, okay. Let's see. It has a huge lag between the image that I'm looking at the screen here and then this image right here, right? And so, okay, here we go. I'm finally getting to the part where I'm changing the setting to see. As I could see in the screen here, I was like blown out. So I am 1 negative. See, it still looks like super, right? I'm blown out. I'm like too bright on the screen. Let's see. Maybe that's the way it's gonna be. Come on. Okay, I'll read some. Let's see what's going on here. Sure, started by a young. Hey, take off all those inlays. Oh, can you guys see all those inlays? Oh, there we go. There we go. So this is Hit Record. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's an actor in Hollywood, and he started a company, and it's all it's a production company, but it's like crowdsourced. So everything, every project that he starts, you and me, anybody that's creative and wants to join in, they can go. And so we got to work with him a while back in some of the projects and stuff, and so we got some shirts and stuff, and this is Hit Record. So this is the Hit Record button. Everyone to hit record. Charger to work. It just flashes green on and off. Huh. Harrison Center. In my computer, it's not loading up. And my phone says that it's having low bitrate problems. So, okay, are we back? Am I back? I'm gonna have to start going backwards. I fly electric RC planes. I love that sound. Oh, the sound of the HUV motor. The sound of the brushless motor. Yeah, I guess. That's pretty cool. Pound for pound compared to their non-HUV cousins, HUV motors produce less power because of their design. Yeah, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, so maybe that's the limiting factor there. But sometimes you don't need that much power. Or you can put 4 of those in a small vehicle, and then it'll be like really high. So I'm back. All right. Yeah, my connection, I guess, is bad here. For some reason, my city council here in this crappy city, they own stock in the cable companies, and so they don't let the optical companies come. And they didn't want to work with them and to corner the street. So we don't I'm surrounded by time internet, but I gotta go. I really live Q&A. I hope go for it. Hopefully I'm gonna start getting more organized with these things, and then I'll put them up. I need to rewrap salvage 18650s. Where can I get bulk heat shrink and insulating washers? Oh, there is a place. A long time ago I did find a link to a supplier, and it was like in some Chinese thing. Like it was in a Chinese marketplace, and you can get the sleeves. I mean, like they have the printed things in there, so you could actually get the ones for your cells, and then you shrink wrap them, and they look just like your cells. And of course, the reason why they offer that is so they can make like fake cells, right? But But if we buy them and we actually use them in the correct cells, then we're kind of beating their system. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with shrink tubing that is. I swear this is not a joke. Email me, jehu@jag35. You know, I can't promise that I'm going to answer. I get a lot of emails there. I answer hundreds of comments every day. But I'll give it my best to answer, and, you know, maybe we can work on something. Yeah, if you have a good idea and I am of some service for your venture, then yeah, maybe we can end up working together. How did you choose your motor on your Samba bus? So I wanted it to be, I really wanted a Tesla when I started, right? And so then I looked at everything that was out there and I go, well, Teslas are not DC, so I'm not going to go DC. I'm going to go to an AC motor. And I started looking, and there's hardly any AC motors that are affordable. The most affordable ones were the HPVS, right? High Performance Electric Vehicle Systems. And as it turns out, I happen to be the neighbor of those guys. The HPVS guys, they live like less than a mile away from me here in Rancho, and HPVS is in about 5 miles away from here in Ontario, California. Brainer. I went and, you know, I met those guys, and I saw the motors and I saw the thing, and then I just bought that motor. As it turns out, it's a great motor. It's about 100. It's about 100 horsepower. You know, that's peak. That's the peak rating of it. You know, and so, it's cheap. It's about $4,000. I mean, I don't know if that's cheap, but it's a motor that you'll never have to service. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna last you 20 years. The controller is bulletproof. There's like millions of these controllers, or at least hundreds of thousands of these controllers. Curtis it's a very, very popular company, and almost every forklift and every like scissor lift and every heavy piece of equipment that uses a hydraulic system big enough to have one of these 3-phase AC induction motors, then they use a Curtis controller. And so they're bulletproof, you know what I mean? Like they build enough of them, and they're of high quality enough and high volume enough that you can get them affordable. Use those. So it's about 76. Those controllers are really the limiting factor. Of course, the way they're getting around that is by putting 2 of those motors in the same casing. So now you have a motor that's got 2 sets of windings and 2 stators, or what's the thing in the inside called? And then you have, you know, 2 controllers that are pushing that. And of course, they can get up to almost 100 kilo. Man. Yeah, my internet is not good tonight. It's just, so anyways, my motors are great for daily drivers. If you want a high performance vehicle, it's not mind that it was the question. English shrink tubing at any electronic supply. Jamaica is a good one for hobbies. Yeah, that's true. You'll just have to kind of buy some, like, and, you know, just experiment and find the right one, because it depends where you're doing. If you're gonna put the cells in those holders like we are doing, then, you know, they can't be too thick, because then it. Elon chose AC induction motors so Tesla doesn't rely on China's supply of magnets. Yeah, I mean, that's probably another thing. Well, I mean, no, but there's other issues with the DC motors. There's the issue of like cooling the commutator. So the DC motors have a commutator, which is how it gets the power gets transferred from the moving part to the non-moving part, and they use brushes for that, right? And so those brushes at high energy power levels, then they arc. They start making like this, this sparking and stuff. And so they get really, really hot. And so it's fine when you're doing, when your duty cycles are short, when you're just, when you're doing something for 20 minutes or something. But when you're, right, in motors. And so, I think that's why I went with that. As far as the AC motors, there's really nothing that is you're gonna have to like. There's no brushes you're gonna have to change. There's no, carbon dust that you're gonna. Do you know it is wise to use quadcopters have very low flight time? So it's possible to get higher flight time using 18650s. Yeah, quadcopters, I think the low flight time is because they require a lot of power. As I understand, a typical small, 12-inch copter will pull anywhere between 100 to 150 amps. And so you need a battery that is light and small, but it can deliver those kinds of power levels. And so there are some 18650 cells that can provide levels similar to those, but of course you're gonna have to make the battery bigger, and it's heavier, and it's heavier, then that means there's more power that is gonna need to lift it. There is a way to extend it, but you're really gonna be pushing the limits on those cells. And so they're not gonna last very long, or I don't know. It's the same thing with lipos, right? You're always pushing the limit on those lipos when you're asking 50 Cs, 40, 30 Cs off of a tiny little, 2500 milliamp battery. And so that's the reason why those are dangerous, is because you're always at the limit of, performance and stuff. And so it would be the same with 18650s, but it can be done. I actually seen guys, and I think I've seen videos of people doing, maybe not on quadcopters, but I think I've seen them on airplanes and stuff. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, Jamaica will tell you what you need. He says, yeah, maybe if you give him a call or something, that way you don't have to buy a bunch of stuff. Stream is buffering constantly here. Yeah, I got a bad connection tonight. Peter, I saw your last video, Peter. Good job. Get that thing running. Get that thing running. It'll be another place to point at all the naysayers when they tell me that I'm crazy, even attempting this thing, that I don't know anything. Like, I don't know if you guys understand. Like, I have like about 100 conversations a day with any given, commenters and people and emails and stuff, right? A big number of those I'm arguing with people, and people are calling me stupid and idiot and an imbecile, and and they're not, a lot of them, they're not telling me in my face, they're just insinuating it, right? Just by the line of questioning. And just tells me like, you're just an idiot and stuff. Oh, live. I'm back, hopefully. All right, my live. Okay, so I'm live. Okay, guys, Neil Wallace, he says, I just bought a pallet of 5 Tesla packs like yours to tear apart for my motorcycle. Ooh, Neil, a question for you. Did you buy like a Model S modules, or did you get the Smart modules? Because the Smart modules you can't take apart. Those things are epoxy together. They're virtually impossible to take apart. If you bought some of the new, like the Tesla, I just saw RAV4. Was it RAV4? I don't know. This is the Toyota one. Also, those modules come in those clear, and I wouldn't try to take those apart. That epoxy is crazy. You guys know what epoxy is. It's virtually man, stupid internet. Alright, so let's see. How do I restart my streamer? I mean, that's because... Let's see. Am I back? Restarted the streamer, hopefully live. I wonder if this is like too low. Maybe I can get this thing up here. All right, I think I'm back. All right, what was I saying? Neil, yes. So yeah, I wouldn't try to take those apart. We tried. Those things aren't so hard. I'd say, yeah, I don't know. I'd figure another way, or get or trade those for the Model S modules. Look for some YouTube videos when they're taking those apart. There's a guy that actually did fast internet here. It's just it's like 30. It's 30 down, but I think it's like 5 up or something. I think that's the problem here. I'm trying to push out. It's 2:30 a.m. There were 4 hours of difference between East Coast and West Coast. Oh, you're from the East Coast. It's late here too. It's 11:30, but it's not quite. Let's see. Oh, yes. Good idea. I should reduce the streaming. Yeah, let me try that. Yeah. Settings. You cannot edit settings during broadcast. I'm going to have to stop broadcasting and then I can change the settings. All right, I'll be right back.